licking herself in the background. Cyrus's dad. Hi. Are you coming to the show? Don't know if you're. I don't know what your real name is, so I don't know if I've seen your entry come through. Okay. So it's saying that I'm live. Am I live on Facebook and YouTube? Can anybody check? I'm just going live on Instagram now. And then we've got all 4 platforms at once. Got my laptop and TikTok right here. And this actually is the tripod that smashed my phone yesterday as well. So trying to film some stuff with Lumi and I broke it. It blew over and smashed my screen. So that's really useful. Okie dokie. Hello, everyone. I think I'm live everywhere. I've gone live today. I'm coming in to do, can I call so Alex? You're live on here and TikTok. Super. Hi, everyone. I'm jumping on today because I'm going to do a bit of a Q&A while I build out the obedience routine. So we've got a written obedience routine for level 1. Hi, Stacey. All right. We've got a written OB routine for level 1. Wilbs and Win. Hi, is that Katie? That's Katie, isn't it? Hi, Katie. I have seen your email. I'm going to get back to you. But I have seen your email. What was I saying? Yeah, we've got a written OB routine. So I'm going to sit here and share my screen. That'll be on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. So you'll be able to see as I build it out on the Canva to have a graphic that shows everybody what it is that we're going to be doing. Hello. Right, let's get Canva open. Okie dokie. When I get in there, I'll share my screen. I'm not very good at Canva, so we can all watch me have technical difficulties of a different sort today. But I thought it would be a fun way to showcase what it is that we are doing. So I'm just going to find the routine and get it opened up. So, right, club. Oh, it's asking me to swipe the screen. I don't know what that's for. How are we all? Do you know, I never actually know how to see who is watching. Okay. Where are we? Oh, it's Dale. Hi, Dale. And Rexa. Hello, I've just popped on today. We're going to do a bit of a Q&A about the show, and also I'm going to be sitting here. I'll share my screen in a minute, and I'm going to be building out a graphic of our level 1 obedience routine and chatting about it as we go. So any questions, let me know. I'm going to try and keep track of them across all the platforms. I am live on... Hi, Mike. I'm live on TikTok over here on my phone, and then I'm live on Restream, so Facebook, Instagram and YouTube on my laptop. So I've got all of my screens. Good evening. How you doing? Are you all right? I'm just finding all of my stuff. Are you coming up to the show, Dale? Hi, Mike. All right. How's your day been? Here we go. All good here. How are you? I'm good. I'm just getting everything ready so I can start building out a graphic on Canva of our obedience routine. So I'm going to chat about it as I start building it. So I've got it all written out here. I'm also, everyone that's watched these lives knows at the Rockmore, yeah. Oh, spot on. Are you entering any of your dogs in the ring as well, Dale? Good tub into the garden centre with Stace and Zeke. Oh, I love a garden centre. I love a garden centre. Love a garden centre. Right. Create a design. Okay. Right. Right, I want a landscape one, so I've got to start again. Already. Always makes me feel so young. That is an added benefit. Of the garden centre. My tripod that I'm on my phone is really wobbly. I smashed my phone with this yesterday. I was trying to film some stacking practice with Lumi, and the tripod blew over and has completely destroyed the screen of my phone. So lucky. Oh my God. Nova, mate. You just made me jump. Ah. Right, I can't see who's watching on each channel, but hello everyone. Who have we got that's coming up to the show? I know we've got Sky coming in the ring. We've got have we got Fausta and Zeke? How's the ankle? I've got my boot back on now. For anybody that doesn't know, I've got a broken ankle at the moment, so I've been Missy Gilbert. Hello. Yeah, I've been getting things sorted today, around the house and stuff, doing a bit with the dogs and things like that. So, definitely overdone it a little bit on the old ankle. So I've put my boot back on to protect it this evening. Zeke is doing ring. Faust will do OB. So we've got a couple of the people doing puppy ring here. We've got a couple of people doing the open just in the live at the moment. So anybody that hasn't already entered, remember to get your entries in via the website, because the entries will close. Is it the 1st of May or the last day of April? Okay. Max. Hi, Max. I haven't seen. Oh, Maz. Yep, Max. Reaper. Hi, Reaper. I'm just doing a bit of a Q&A and a chat about the obedience routine that we've got. Typing not my thing today. So any inspiration for names for our obedience program, feel free to drop them in the comments. So we have a name, but I've abbreviated it and I can't remember what the letters stand for. So we've got the whole routine written out. I'm very excited for it. Troy. Hi, Troy. How's everybody's Good Friday been? Okay, there we go. Right. Okay. Show my screen. Just trying to figure out what the best layout is for that. So anybody that wants to see what I'm sharing on my screen, that is live on our Facebook page, our Instagram, and our YouTube channel. So apologies if I miss any comments. I've got Restream over here and TikTok over here. So I'm going backwards and forwards between screens. And I'm not all that good with technology. So if I miss any comments, let me know. What's cracking? Hi, Danny. All right? just doing a bit of a Q&A, and I've got our obedience routine written down that I'm going to start building out into a graphic so that everybody can see what the routine is going to be for our level 1. Okay, elements. I want to have it nice and grassy in the background. Oh, where's that gone already? And then I'm going to put all of the little bits all around. How's everybody's Good Friday been? Charl? Hello. Sorry. Don't know how to say your name from your username. Oh, cool. Cheers for all the gifts. I don't really know what all this means on the live, but appreciate it. Thank you. Faust is in season. What a joy. I feel like that's every 2 weeks at the minute for Faust. Bless her. Okay. What can we see? Right. Maybe I'll just do it as a green background. What do we think? I want to have it looking a bit like a field. How do you right, background color. Green, there we go. Nice. Okay. I've just lost what it is that I was reading from. Right. So we're starting with 4 cones at the start, and we're doing 2 figure of 8s. So for the points, it's going to be positive scoring, and it's going to be the whole routine is going to constitute of 28 points. To pass, you need to get 20. This is just the level 1. To pass, you need to get 20. It's not competitive. It's not a first, second, and third place. Everybody who passes will go home with a certificate on the day to certify that you've got level 1 obedience with your dog for our club. So it's positive scoring out of 28 points. 2 additional points for a total of 30 are available for either showing loads of engagement or focused healing. But it is not a I spoke to Vet here about it. Oh, cool. I'm dinging. So for the rest of the routine, for the healing sections, focused healing is not required. It just needs to be a nice by your side, normal loose lead walk around. It needs to be kind of a nice relaxed heel. It doesn't have to be a focused heel, doesn't have to be really flashy, but if you've got a focused heel and you want to show it off, then feel free to do that. Ragusa del Corso. Hi, I don't think I've seen you come into the live before. Some new faces today. So 28 points, 2 additional points for a total of 30 for focused healing, but it's not essential to pass. It just needs to be a nice, normal heal, because this is only level 1. This isn't like really highly competitive, complex stuff. This is just level 1. So we're starting with 4 cones at the start, and we're doing a figure of 8 around 2 cones, stopping in the middle, and then a down on lead. So with the down on lead, everything... Baldy Grey Cat. That's a funny name. Hiya. So with the I think I'll stop sharing my screen because I'm not very good at the old Canva and all of that as well at the same time. So the down on lead, everything is on lead in our obedience level 1. There's no off lead sections, there's no recalls in this one. Off lead stuff will be then level 2. So we're going to have level 2, level 3, and on from there. Here are the Rotty Bordeaux. Hi. I'm very much looking forward to the show. It's going to be very exciting. So we've got a down. So when you put the dog into the down, you will then be asked to walk to the end of where your lead is, but you have to keep hold of the lead. The dog has to stay in a down and not move, but you are not allowed to drop the lead. When you get to the end of the lead, you then return to your dog into the heel position. Then you have to get them from a down up into a sit and heel walk for a distance of 10 meters. So for anyone that's competed in anything before or anything like that, you'll know what change of paces are. Cane Corso Taro. Hiya. Are you all coming to the show on the 10th of May? I'm really excited for this. It's going to be absolutely unreal. Yeah, not too bad, pal. Oh, yeah, you're just chatting. Okay. So changes of paces. So slow, fast, and normal between the next cones. When you get to the cone, it's going to be an about turn, heel walk down with a distraction. Now, the distraction is going to be just a person on this stage. We have to keep it as fair as possible for everybody. So it's going to be the same distraction for everybody. And it's going to be a person pretending to approach to distract you and talk to you. And the dog has to just continue and ignore them. And then at the end of that, it will be, I'm reading from the routine at the same time. So left hand turn back to the start and then heel walking. During this heel walk, you will be asked to put your dog in a center heel and do some paces with a center heel. We've decided to pop that one in because that is it's a nice thing to do. Lots of people teach the middle or the center with their dog. So it's a nice little thing to put in there. And then that is the end. So then when you get to that, then you just stop, your dog sits in the heel, and then you're finished. So for each bit, you get points. In order to pass, you need to get 20 points out of a possible 28, with 2 additional points available for focused healing. So with the obedience routine, as I said earlier, it's not competitive. Well, that's going to be a fail. Have you not got a centre here with Fowie? You've got 3 weeks. You've got 3 weeks to work on it. You've got 3 weeks. You'll get there. But yeah, it is pretty simple. It is pretty simple stuff. It's something that we wanted to put in. So it is based off of a few other kind of very beginner routines for different things. So we wanted it to be very kind of to mirror that skill level. Fouls, her heel is 3 foot behind me. She does have diddy legs though, doesn't she? She does have little diddy legs. So I can't see Facebook and YouTube. So if we've got any comments or questions coming in there, I will do my best to find them and answer them. So this is quite an informal, just a bit of a Q&A, a chit chat, and to chat about the obedience routine today. So as I said earlier, it's not competitive. It's not first, second, and third. It is, yep, don't forget no luring. Yep, so that is part of the rules. So there will be no luring with food in the ring. So because it is only a level 1, there's no need for luring or anything like that. This is something that with a lot of adult dogs, most people have practiced this already, so you can kind of come, get the dog out to do all of this, and you can get your certificate at the end. There is no age limit on this. The youngest puppies that can be entered into the show to begin with are 12 to 16 weeks. So obviously you probably aren't going to be wanting to do this with a very young puppy just because they won't have learned it yet. But there is no There's no minimum or maximum age for this. As long as your dog is healthy, as long as your dog is sound, they can do the obedience routine and hopefully come away with a certificate. Maybe I'll give it a go with Zeke. What, the center healing or the OB? Get them both in the ring, Mike. Are we gonna see Nanook in the OB ring, Maisie? Oh, I love Nanook. It'd just be like a goldfish. It'd be like, oh, hi everyone, hi everyone. Are we? Oh, love him. Lumi won't be in there either. Lumi will not be in there. She is. She's still in her wild phase. Left wild. Yep, she is. She is very wild. But got to keep that enjoyment in. Got to keep that enthusiasm. Oh, all of it. Yep. Okay. So any suggestions for the name of our obedience program? Drop them in the comments. We'll review all of them. You never know. You might get to be the person that names it and comes up with the name. He licked the car after it was power washed the other day. Oh, Nanook. Love him. So we've got quite a few entries in for the show now. We do still have some space for vendors. We do have a couple of classes that we are waiting for people to... what was I saying? Sorry, just responded to a message. Ate half the plants at the garden centre and ate my cat mouse for stacking lure all in a day's work. Bless Nanook. He probably swallowed it all in one go. Okay, so while we're waiting for some other people to come on so I can start again with the obedience and explain it all for new people that come in, I'm going to re-announce our amazing partnership with British Pet Insurance. So we will be, for club members, you will receive 15% off of your insurance premiums with British Pet Insurance Partnership. And that will go live next week on Tuesday. Be right back. All right, mate. So that will go live on Tuesday, which I'm excited about because that's also my birthday. Yeah, Nanook, bless him. Bless him. He tries, doesn't he? He tries. So we do still have some space for vendors. I don't think we actually have any space for class sponsors left anymore. I think they are all covered. We've got a few people to get back to about what ones they're covering because we've got a few outstanding requests. But with everybody that's wanted to, that means that we have all of the classes now covered. So all of the classes rosettes are now sponsored. But we do still have some space for vendors. Now the show is at the Le Roquemore training ground. So it's in Wolverhampton. So any vendors local to the Wolverhampton area, anybody that you really like and want to see there, any food trucks that you particularly love. I'm a big noodles person. So if there are any noodle people that you know in the local area, send them our little poster. Let me see if I can get that up actually. How do I do this? How do I do this? Right, I'm just seeing if I can get this to work. Thorough. I just come in and gone out again on the Instagram. Image. So I'm just finding our poster. There we go. Can we see that? Can we see that on Instagram, Facebook? Can anybody let me know? Can we see the poster? Can anybody let me know? Can we see the poster on Instagram? Laws Berling. Hiya. It's actually really nice to see loads of new faces coming in and out on the lives today. Right. Okay. Can we see the poster? Anybody in the comments on the Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, could you let me know if we can see the poster on there? Just put the show poster up so that everybody can see. Obviously, thank you again to our amazing partners, Le Roquemore Working Dogs. We are very lucky and very grateful to be able to partner with them for our show and for much more exciting things. So very excited about that. Okay, you can see the poster. Super. My screen on Instagram. Oh my gosh. No wonder I smashed my phone with this tripod. It's not very sturdy. Not very sturdy. Would not recommend. And I'm not going to give that a 5-star review. Okay, so we can see the poster there. So for anyone on TikTok, what I'm sharing on my screen, you won't be able to see it because that is through Restream. So you'll be able to see what I'm sharing on my screen on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. The Royal Corsos. Hiya, how are you? I don't remember if you're coming to the show. Are you coming up to the show? Because everybody's usernames on TikTok, Instagram, and all of that are different to obviously their entries. When I see people, I don't know who they are. So we're just having a bit of a chat today about our obedience routine, which is here. So for anybody that hasn't heard it yet, we are holding an obedience we're holding an obedience ring at our show on the 10th of May at the Le Roquemore Working Dogs training ground, which is Strawmore Lane, Wolverhampton. And I have got the show poster. You'll be able to see that on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So if you want to see that, that's sharing on my computer, and you'll be able to see that on those channels. On TikTok, I'm just on this on my phone because I can't do all of the channels at once on Restream because I can't make it work. Can I Corso Ava? Oh, profile picture. She's pretty. She's pretty. I'm very excited to see some people at the show as well that I've either not seen for a long time or haven't met at all yet. So very excited. Excited to see more of Lumi's littermates there. There's a good few coming. So very excited about that. She's enormous. She's like a giraffe, but I think she is actually one of the smaller ones. So we have our obedience routine. Now, our obedience it's not competitive. Everybody that passes, think Nook is the biggest now. Yeah, probably. So our obedience routine, it is not competitive. It's not first, second, and third placings. It is positive scoring with points, and then everybody that passes the minimum mark will receive a certificate. If your dog is registered with us, it will be eligible to be popped on their pedigree that they've achieved the obedience level 1. Can Corso Bagheer. That's a nice name. I like that a lot. Hiya, how was your Good Friday? So we have 28 points. So total of 28 points. And it's positive scoring. There is an additional 2 points available for focused heal, but it's not essential for the routine. So a total of 30 with 2 points for like loads of engagement or showing focused healing. But 28 points basically for the whole routine. The pass mark is 20. So you get 20 points for each thing. Not for each thing. You get points for each thing. As long as you pass 20 points, you'll get a certificate on the day, which is a nice thing to go home with as well. And hopefully lots of you that come, there will be first, second and third placings. So hopefully everybody will be going home with lots of good stuff, certificates, ribbons. Just double checking for questions, comments. Hi to everyone that's watching on different channels that's coming in and out. I can't see everybody, but okay, so to go back through our obedience routine, Tony. Hi, Tony. To go back through our obedience routine, so we'll be starting with 4 cones. And at the start, you will be asked to do a figure of 8 around 2 cones. So that is a figure of 8 healing. So as I say, it doesn't have to be a focused heal. It needs to just be a nice, tidy, normal heal, basically. There are 2 extra points available for focused healing around the routine, but that is not essential to pass. It does not have to be flashy. It just has to show the obedience. But what we really would love to see is that enthusiasm from the dog. So even if it's not a focused heal, for the dog to really be enjoying what they're doing. That is really important. So a figure of 8 around 2 cones and stopping in the middle. You will then be, so the figure of 8, you'll obviously have inside turns, outside turns. So you'll be taking the dog around those. Thanks for all the likes, everyone. And all of the sharing, liking, and all of that with our Facebook, Instagram and TikTok posts is always really helpful as well. That's a way that you can support our club for free and our mission and all of that to get the word out about what it is that we're doing. So when you've done the figure of 8, you'll go into the middle and then be asked to put the dog into a down. And as the dog is in the down, you will then walk away from them holding the lead. So to the length of the lead, that's where you walk away to. The dog has to stay in the down and then you return. The reason for keeping hold of the lead is because we're not doing any off-lead sections in our obedience for level 1. Things that are off-lead, such as recall and stuff like that, will be in higher levels, but this is an on-lead basic obedience routine. So you'll be asked to put the dog in the down, walk to the end of the length of the lead, and then return to your dog in a heel position. And then after that, you'll get the dog from a down into a sit, so changing position, and be asked to do a heel walk for 10 meters with changes of paces between the cones. So slow, fast, and normal pace. And then with an about turn. Oh, thanks for the rose, mate. So then you'll do an about turn. Where was I? Where was I? I've lost my place. About turn, and then you'll have to heel walk back down and a distraction will come out. So what the distraction is that it has to be the same for everybody so that it's fair, and it will be a person who is who pretends to come towards you, obviously not right up to the dog, but pretends to come towards you and speak to you as a way of distracting you. The dog has to just ignore and carry on going. That comment got flagged. I don't know why that got flagged. When you say about turn, do you mean a turn with the dog moving to the leg? So which side will we be on? But yeah, the dog will be at the leg for that. I don't know, my lefts and rights are not the best. But yeah, the dog will be at the leg for that. And then coming back down, and then the distraction will come out. So the distraction will be a person just walking towards you to speak to you, to distract you, basically. And the dog will be expected to just ignore, no reaction, like the fancy rear end turn. I think you're going to have to show me what you mean. An about turn is basically turning to the other direction. Oh my goodness. If anybody can hear all of that banging upstairs, everything is fine here. That's just my kids. They're in bed. Cha dog mum. Hiya, how was your Good Friday? So I'm just making sure when I answer you, I'm answering you the right thing. Right, yeah. So it is a turn to face the opposite way that you're already facing. Good, thanks, lovely. Yours? Yeah, we had a really nice day today. It was pretty relaxed. I just did some bits around the house, and then jumped on here for this. We're just doing a bit of a Q&A and a chat about the obedience routine for the show on the 10th of May. Are you coming to the show? I hope you're coming to the show. I'm really excited to meet everybody that I've chatted to on the lives and in messages for the club and all of that sort of stuff. Okay, so after the distraction, you'll do a left-hand turn back to the start. So effectively, it's like that. So a left-hand turn back to the start with heel walking, but you will be asked to do a centre heel for that. Where is it? It is Wolverhampton. So La Rockmore Working Dogs. Yeah, so Strawmore Lane, Wolverhampton. And we've got people coming from all over the country. I'm coming up from the South Coast. We've got Maisie coming down from Yorkshire. So, and I think we've got some people even coming from further afield than that. So we've got loads of people coming from lots of different places. So very exciting. Okay, so center heel for a few paces, and then you're going back to the start effectively, and then you'll finish with your dog in the heel position, and that's the end. So the rules are basically that you cannot lure your dog, and there's no age limit on this. So any dog can do it as long as they're healthy, as long as they're sound, they can do it. The youngest puppies that can be entered in the show are 12 to 16 weeks. So unlikely that people would want to do it with such young puppies. But from that up, basically, there's no. I'll take Nanook. Yeah, we can we can put the wild ones in there and show people how not to get the certificate. So as I said at the start, for anybody that's missed it, the obedience routine is it's not competitive. It is positive scoring. So anybody that passes the minimum mark will get that OB certificate, and you're going with a certificate on the day. Total fail. Can we still have a certificate still with a red stamp? Yes. Yes, and then whoever's looking after the ring at the time can do a big stamp. Tarzan the farm boy. Oh, I love that profile picture. Right, while we're here, while there's a gap in me explaining it, do we have any questions about the OB routine? I think it will be, what I will do is I will make a graphic of it to post for everybody, but I think I'm going to need longer to do that, because I was going to do it on the live and build it out on the live, but I'm not very good. Not very good at all of the technology at once. So I think I'll do that and then post a nice infographic with arrows and stuff, so everybody can see exactly what it is and visualize what it is that they need to do. But basically, for the obedience, all you need to work on is a nice heel. Doesn't have to be focused, doesn't have to be fancy, but it needs to be with the dog at your leg, shoulder to leg, basically. A down, a sit, moving between those positions so you can get the dog from a down into a sit nicely and nice and tidy. A center heel, and then you're turning, all of your turning, and around distractions as well, to make sure that the dog ignores when the distraction comes over. So and also changes of pace as well. So going faster, going slower, going at a normal pace. So in order to train for the obedience, it is nice heel walking with the dog to your leg, down, sit, so and be able to move from a down into a sit and vice versa. Dog staying in position for the length of the lead. Heel walking with changes of pace, ignoring distractions, and then your turns and center heel. Nova, whenever I'm on a live, Nova sits there and she makes loads of noise. She always licks herself. Thank you. Thanks for the information too. That's all right. Hope to see you at the show. So just as a reminder for everybody, sorry if I'm missing comments. I'm on my phone and on my computer and all of the platforms at once. So for anybody that hasn't seen, the poster should be up. You should be able to see it. The entries for dogs going in the confirmation ring, that ends on the 1st of May. So you need to get your confirmation ring entries in by then, but you can just turn up and do the obedience on the day. So it is helpful for you to let us know that you want to come and do that by entering in advance, but you can enter that on the day. It'll be helpful for everybody to enter in advance though, because it keeps everything nice and tidy and we know how many certificates to print off, because hopefully everybody that enters will go home with a certificate. And hopefully lots of ribbons as well. She always sits there and just licks herself. All right, just going through all of the platforms to have a check of the comments. Okay, so anybody that wants to enter for the show, the confirmation ring, anything like that, you just go to our website, so www.iccgb.co.uk, and go to our shows and events page, and you can enter in a contact form directly there. Marisha did a lovely video for us for our socials, and she timed how long it took her to enter her dog using the contact form method, and it took her less than 1 minute. So it is very quick, very easy to do, to get your entries in. Who have we got in at the moment? I don't know how to see it, you know. Can anybody hear Nova licking herself in the background? She is making a real meal out of this. Lucky this was quite an informal, quite a chatty, relaxed live. So while I'm here in a gap between explaining the OB routine and taking any questions, I'll just re-announce we have an amazing partnership with British Pet Insurance, which we are really lucky to have. Members of our club will get 15% off their insurance premiums, and that goes live next Tuesday, which is very exciting because that's also my birthday. So I'm looking forward to that going live. We are still looking for some vendors. Lit up rose. Oh, I don't know what that means, but it's very fancy. Thanks, Mike. So we still have space for some vendors. So if you know, because the show's in Wolverhampton, it's any vendors that are fairly local to there or have stalls that they want to travel for. So food vendors, it will be kind of local stuff that mainly might want to go. But anybody that is interested in a stall or a stand for a vendor, definitely get in contact, because we do have some spaces, but I'm hoping that we're going to have some nice food options. I haven't seen what's come in so far, but I'm hoping. I am a big noodle person, so I am hoping we get like a one of those noodle vans. I'd love that. Okay, I can't see the Facebook and the YouTube comments. So if there are any comments on there, I'm very sorry if I'm not replying to them. How do I... I'll bring you some pot noodles. Thanks, Mike. It just... I think I'm gonna find a noodle vendor. I think I'll find a noodle vendor, but thanks. The thought counts. Oh, Easter eggs. Oh, yay. Has anyone got any plans for Easter on Sunday? Is that Callum? Hi, Callum. How are you? How was your Good Friday? We're just on talking about the show on the 10th of May, the obedience routine, and taking any questions about the obedience routine as well. Eva. Hi, Eva. Hope you're having a good Easter weekend so far. What time does the show start? So doors open at 9:30. It's kickoff for 10 a.m. And we should then hopefully have, well, not hopefully, we will have everybody entered for the confirmation rings in advance. So entries close for the confirmation rings 10 days before the show. So the last chance to get the entries in will be on the last day of April. That's going to be an early one then. Yeah, I am. How far am I away from Wolverhampton? Oh my gosh, what was that sound? That was exciting. Oh, wow. Live goal achieved. Oh, amazing. Yay, we achieved our live goal. Okay, so yes, I am 3 hours from Wolverhampton, so I'm traveling up. So yeah, it will be a nice early one for us all. Maz is going wild. Yep. Well, this is our entertainment for Good Friday. What I will do is I will make a nice graphic to explain the whole thing, and then it's easy to post on the socials for people to see as well. Hitting targets, grab the treasure box at the top. Oh, what does that mean? 16 viewers. No, by tapping open, you accept the treasure box rules. Okay, it's got a countdown from 1 minute on there. So I will, okie dokie, I will click on that when it gets down to 0. Is that what you do? Is that what you do? "42 seconds. I don't know what that is. Oh. Oh. Guys, I'm not very well versed with all of the things. Right. It's about to. Okay, opened. Ooh. Okay, so we have a coin. What do I now do with the coin? Mr. Bain. Hiya, how are you? How was your Easter weekend so far? We're just on having a bit of a chat about the Canny Corso show coming up on the 10th of May at Le Roquemort, which is Wolverhampton. So we're having a bit of a chat about the obedience routine, but we also have confirmation rings on the day. So I'm not sure. I never know what people's real names are from their usernames, but a sparkler, what is that? I don't know what this is. I don't know what that means. Competitors for all classes already. Yes, we have competitors in all classes, but what we are... Ooh, exciting. What we are... What are all these sounds? Marisha's going to have to not do a recap of this one. I will just do a post. I'll just do a post about the obedience routine, because most of this live is just me being bewildered about what's happening. Brilliant. So yes, we have competitors for all classes already, but what we really need is we need more dogs in the veteran classes. The reason that we need more dogs in the veteran classes is, or the veteran class is, you're setting targets and I'm fulfilling them. Oh, okay, well, great. Thank you. So we do need more dogs in the veteran ring. So the reason that we need that is because if veteran dogs are getting to best in show and then they're beating out the younger dogs consistently, hi Al, if they're beating out the younger dogs consistently, then it shows that what is coming through younger is not actually an improvement. And obviously we want to breed to improve the breed, and dogs coming through should be an improvement. I'm going dog protest tomorrow. What is that? I have to get Nook to bed. He's super bewildered why he's not in bed. Yep, I think I'm going to wrap up in a second anyway, because I think I've explained it a few times. And I'll wrap up and do a post over the Easter weekend about our obedience routine. What is the dog protest? What is that about? I've just done. Oh, okay. Oh, I've just got a photo of Nanook here. That's sweet. Oh, right. Okay. So that comment got filtered. Oh, okay, I see. Well, good luck. Have a good day out, and hopefully it's all nice and peaceful and all of that. Bless Nanook. What dog have I got? So this is the Italian Cane Corso of Great Britain Breed Club and Charity page. So we have Cane Corsos, and we are a charity for the Cane Corsos. So our mission is to preserve, protect, promote the breed. And we have a show coming up on the 10th of May. So even if you don't have a Corso, you can come down, spectate, have a look and enjoy the day. So we generally have Cane Corsos. I have 4. I think the rest of the... How many dogs do we have on the committee? I've got, 4, 7, 9. Al, how many dogs have you got? How many dogs have you got, Al? 9, 10. I think we've got 10 Corsos on the committee, plus however many dogs Al has, but I think Al's just got the one at the minute, the one Corso at the minute. Is the dog show in the UK? Yes, it is. So we hold Cane Corso shows in the UK for the breed. So they are breed-specific dog shows. So for the confirmation rings, only Cane Corsos can enter. But our whole organisation is about the Cane Corso breed. So the dog show is in the UK. There's not really any breed shows here for the Cane Corso, so that is something that we are holding and doing. And we've also got a number of other initiatives to preserve and protect the breed. So we have loads of benefits for our members, including 15% off of insurance premiums with British Pet Insurance, which goes live on Tuesday. We've got loads of partners. So we are partnered with Le Roquemort Working Dogs for the show, which is absolutely amazing. Really fantastic organisation, very well respected. We also have sponsorship from Pure Flax and Mud Daddy for the show. So Pure Flax are sponsoring us with gift bags for the show, and Mud Daddy have donated some drying coats for us. We have a partnership with Medivet in Burton, and that should hopefully, if that is successful locally, then it will be being rolled out in wider practices in the UK. We've got 2 photographers coming to our event. We have the amazing and very well-known Bullseye Photos, who does fantastic work with working dog photography. And then we have the wonderful Helen Natras from Kitsune Adventures. I don't know how to say it. Sorry, Helen. We had a North American Mastiff. Is that the same? So not quite the same, no. So a Cane Corso is an Italian Mastiff, and a North American Mastiff is North American. So in the way that Dog de Bordeaux are a French Mastiff, and Presa Canario is a Spanish Mastiff, and an English Mastiff is an English Mastiff, a Cane Corso is an Italian Mastiff, and a North American Mastiff is North American. So not the same, but one of the Mastiff family. So we have photos from Helen Natras as well, and we have a very, very generous. We have a very generous sponsor for the show, Taylor. Hi, Taylor. Congratulations on Cersei's wins. Congratulations on Cersei's wins for at UBBR. It was a Neapolitan one. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so it's again not quite the same. So Neapolitan, they're from the same country, but Neapolitans are much heavier, whereas Corsos are lighter. I like to call them the sports car of the Mastiff world. Sophie. Hi, Sophie. You all right? How's your Easter weekend going so far? So partnership-wise, we have a really, really generous sponsor for the show who is donating loads of stuff, and she's absolutely amazing, extremely generous, extremely nice, and that is the Raw Superstore in Burton, I think, as well. She is absolutely fantastic. She's really, really been so generous with everything that she's donating. And we also have Reach Conference as our partners. No, the government is not. There are no plans to ban this breed. So our charity is all about preserving, protecting, and promoting the breed, but the government do not have any plans for that currently, no. I've got... Anna will also have a stall on the show. Sorry, I couldn't remember her name. So that is Anna from the Raw Superstore. She will also have a stall on the day, and I'm really looking forward to actually getting to meet her as well, because she's been really generous. We also have a partnership with Reach Conference, and we have a charity gala coming up in October. Are you up north? No, we are, well, the charity is based up north, yes, but covers the whole of Great Britain. So we cover Scotland, Wales, and England. Ireland is already covered by IKC, so we focus on Great Britain, which is the mainland, effectively. So we are all around, and shows will be up north and in the middle, down south. We plan to hold a number of events per year. So I think what I would do is I will change our... So if you can see us any in London, not yet, but we have, so the show coming up is in Wolverhampton, and we will be in different places as the year progresses. So here is our, so on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, you'll be able to see that I've shared our poster for our annual charity gala. And that is sponsored by Reach Events. So that's going to be a very fancy black tie event. I was brought up with Charles. Oh, wow. They are really sweet. Big fluffy. They're very cute. Okie dokie, Mike. I think we are gonna kind of also look cute. They are very cute. They are very cute. What I will do before we go is I will show you. Oh, she's facing the other way now, of course. but that is one of my girls. She's asleep on the sofa. Nova. Look, say hello to your adoring fans. We'll speak later. All right, Mike, speak later. I'm going to wrap up here in a second anyway. But here she is, very sleepy. Very worn out today. Right, so I think I will wrap up today and then I will get a post uploaded for our obedience routine. Thanks everybody for coming on, asking questions, having a chat with me, and hopefully see everyone at the show in Wolverhampton on the 10th of May. Bye everyone. Oh, don't know if anybody can hear that. Wow, that was very exciting. I don't know what all that noise was for, what all of that was for. Oh, that was Norman. Norman just came in for TikTok. Right, I'm just going to end the stream on here as well on Restream. So that is Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Thanks everybody for coming on, having a chat with me, listening about the obedience routine, and hopefully see you all on the 10th of May at the Rockmore. Bye everyone.